is no longer news that the popularity of former Anambra State Governor Mr. Peter Obi has grown ever since he declared his interest to contest for the upcoming 2023 presidential election under the Labour Party. It will be recalled that Obi defected from the main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, when it became glaring to him that his presidential ambition might not come to reality. He joined Labour Party a few days after he withdrew from the race. However, after he was given the party's ticket to run under the Labour Party, a lot of Nigerians have been pledging their support for him. Meanwhile, former senior special advisor to Edo State Governor on new media, Jack Obi'S, has taken to his verified Facebook page to say Peter Obi's name is being mentioned on Lagos public transport. Enter any public transport in Lagos, Obi, Obi, Obi is all you hear, he said. Oh my God, some people don't want to hear, to like this. You know one thing, even before now, okay, I could remember in 2019 when Peter Obi contested with, as a running mate with Atiku and Oshibaji, of course, with Buhari. Today, I'm seeing those who were at that time saying that, you know what, it would have been better. Because you know that, okay, I think when they called for the interview or for the debate also during that 2019 election, as well, when they were preparing for that, people were like, oh, can you imagine that the so-called running mates, Oshiwaju and Peter Obi, would have been the best candidates that we were having as at that time instead of Buhari and Atiku, because people believe that Buhari and Atiku are same, you know. You know what I'm saying. Intelligently, integrity, educationally, and what have you, presentation and charisma. People said, oh, how they wished it was Peter Obi and Oshibaju. And today, those people who were saying that they would have loved Peter Obi, this and that. Do you know that now that Peter Obi is not gaining popularity, when APC and PDP could not even, let's say PDP, could not even give him that ticket. The man, by God's intervention, he just came out from nowhere. And that's why a lot of them are really angry. Because this is not even a matter of whether they are from the southeast. That is not what we are talking about. Forget southeast, because Adibidi, if APC had given somebody else from southeast, or PDP had given somebody from the southeast, and the people, and I've said it, it's not a matter of it is our turn, and it is the south, it is the turn of the southeast. If you don't bring a credible person, it's going to be same of same. It will be business as usual. If you know, you know. So it's not by anybody, just bring anybody because people felt that it was the turn of the southeast. They bring anybody that is not who is not credible. Just like we have now. See Tinubu now. People are saying that had it been it was Ochibaju, it would have been difficult. Believe you me, it would be difficult for Peter Obi. Because we all say, oh, the politicians are the same. But out of two evils, before that was what you guys always say. APC and PDP. But now there's an option. APC and PDP, you want to choose, okay, Buhari or Atiku. You just look. Some people just say, you know what, I'm not even interested. But now you have an opportunity of choosing, not to choose between the two PDP and APC. Now they are complaining. Likes of all these ones that are crying up and down that they are activists. Now they have been disgraced. All of them have been disgraced. At least we have a lesser evil among them. But just to fulfill all righteousness, because they will always say, hey, nobody is perfect. Yes, nobody is perfect. Let us assume like that, because that is one of the propaganda that even the Obi'S they are talking about. What has he done? Let him tell us achievements. Are you deaf? For as many of you who are asking that question, if you are really neutral, be open-minded. Some people have come out to say that if peradventure Obi wins, if he does anyhow, do anyhow, they will still come out and lambast him. It is those of you who are loyal to all these politicians that when they are doing bad things, you cannot come out and say, no, you have done wrong. In this area, you are okay, but the other way, no, you have done wrong. We can't just be loyal at the detriment of our lives. And that is what the problems a lot of people are having, because they believe in Tinubu. So even if he's doing something wrong, it will be very difficult to see somebody who is going to say, no, this is not it. Oh, because you think Obi is getting more popularity. If he does some things even before the election, there are some things that he has been doing that we condemn. No, you don't have to go through that route. You don't need all those things. So I pity, and I'm always saying it, I pity all of you who are fanatical loyal, unnecessary loyal, of all this loyalty that will not take you anywhere, that you cannot see the truth and say it. Even if you are campaigning for Obi, if he does something wrong, you come out and say it. Does it take anything? Because after all, whether any of them loses, they are not going to, it's not going to affect them. It is you that it will affect, whether positively or negatively. Those are the things we are talking about. But some people just they carry these things for head. We just want the best that we know should, the best person or the best candidate should get there. That is all we talk about. So that's by the wayside. Whether people are talking about Obi or they are not talking about Obi, you know now, before you know, you are just hatred. You are not even, you cannot even feed yourself 3 square meal a day. You can't even receive salary. You don't even have money. Things are so expensive, and yet you are shouting, now this person, they talk, now this person, now you do it, and you don't say the person no go fit do anything. You are being with that person. The person has been in charge of one or two things in your own area. You get nothing, and yet you are still shouting. Oh, wow. The next thing now, of course, they say na Igbo people, na Igbo people. What is your problem? Igbo people. It is you. You have look for problem. You look for trouble. Once they give you back, you begin to shout. You go pinch somebody now. Nobody go see you. If the person go slap you, they go say, why you go slap him? But when you they pinch the person, they don't see you. That is the problem of all these so-called PDP and APC supporters. That is their problem. They are the one that will pinch you first. Once the next thing, all these Igbos, they will just slap you. They give you twa for high. People, now that one people will come see. So everybody needs to be careful. Whether anybody wins or not, what is your own fate? How will your life be transformed? Or because you feel as the kind of suffering that is going on, you love it and everybody loves it. No. Well, someone if you've come to my state, Benue State, is Peter Obi everywhere. I'm from Middle Belt, but I'm amazed. This God in action is irresistible. Wind of change. And somebody still confirming us. Not be only Lagos. It goes beyond that. You all need to educate them with the Labour Party. Bro, with him, Nigeria will have a good future. The 21st century youth are now very sensitive. Not be all of them, all those who they follow Agbado and Cassava. Don't want the reason like that too. If you see politicians that are supporting Tinubu, you should know that at least those ones they get hope, say they go get something. But you will be saying you know be politician, you just support it because na your village person. I pity you. I pity you. Not all the youth are so sensitive with what is happening. Well, this guy are very serious, and I want to warn federal government to handle this movement with every sense of honesty because it may lead to something else if rigged. May God help Nigeria, our country. Yes, he isn't even paying anybody. That is another thing. All those who are shouting this because they don't see they won't collect. And somebody said, don't be surprised, even APC and PDP campaign or rally they are going to be doing, a lot of people will be there because they don't see something go flow. They will won't get one or two things. Yes, it's not paying CC. We collect their money and still vote Obi. Exactly, my dear. And that money, they still belongs to each and every one of us. It is true now Obi's name everywhere among IPOP terrorist member who have now invaded the country to campaign for their leader. Obi, they will never abuse and insult their way to victory. Not in Nigeria. Obi is not a serious, it's propaganda. Which Tinubu? Okay, Tinubu won. The hopeless propaganda will not work. Which Tinubu are you talking about? King of Agbero, win where? My friend, you better wake up. The only thing that will help you is to go out and campaign for your slave master so you will be able to retain your slave mentality for the next 8 years. For the rest of us, we have moved on. Frankly speaking, if you are sincere to yourself, you would believe that Obidati is what Nigeria as a country needs. Now, regardless of ethnicity and religious differences. No, now all those ones with Agbado and who won't collect money for PDP, they won't hear that. And the end of they are the ones that will not be giving other people problem. Peter Obi's names from social media to public transport now to places and rural areas, we are gaining momentum for victory. Nigeria politicians are vampire. God will use Obi to off the pipe they are using to suck our country's blood. Exactly.